By the thumbnail, we're gonna be making Cookie Clicker in Minecraft. That's right. I'm just super excited for this. It's gonna be one of the first mini games I've made. So, don't worry about all this. This is cool stuff. This, as you saw in the intro, I'm gonna go through this real fast. This is this is instant redstone, and these are on some, um, chance. What are they called? Randomizers, and these will send a signal down, and they will go all the way down instantly, light up these lights. As you saw in the intro, TNT will go out of those droppers, and then, yeah, some behind the scenes. But anyway, that's that. And this is instant redstone hooked up to binary based off Tango Tech's decked out. I'll leave a link. And it sends binary signals, and that's cool. Let me know if you guys want a video on explaining that in detail. But of course, check out his video. Yeah, go for him before me. So, one may ask, how do you even make Cookie Clicker in Minecraft? Sounds kinda dumb, kind of pointless, but kind of fun, right? So, what you need to do is get the right things, of course. And some may ask, well, you can't click something in Minecraft. Oh, but you can, my friend. You can. You see, by spinning, in the redstone world, this creates a signal. So if we hook a comparator to behind this, and we just run out some redstone, we can see that this hooks up to different power levels. So to simplify this, look at these redstone lamps, right? Okay, none of them are on. This is because it's at a signal strength of 1. If I flip it, light 1 goes on. If I do it again, light 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're back to the original. So just wouldn't need this, for example. And with this, we can take we can monitor this and almost like pulse it. So what we have here, look at that charming fellow, is we have this. See, what happens is this one, when it goes up by 1, it pulses. This observer gets pushed, which creates a tick, and then that fires into the dropper. And every time we do that, another cookie goes. I forgot to fill up most of the droppers, of course. But that's besides the point. That is in basic how we do the base game of Cookie Clicker. And some might be thinking, well, that's it, right? Nothing more, right? You know? Simple, done, right? Call it a day. I know no one was thinking that. I'm not a cartoon trying to get your opinion. But anyway, with all of these firing, which is actually a lot filled up, and it's trickling its way down. Right? That's weird. Anyway, besides the point. Again, right here, all the cookies are coming to me every time we click this. So boom, 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 okay? Now, we can do two things. We can either kind of do it the fun way In fact, this isn't needed. We could just have it be any item, for example, and just hook it up to a redstone lamp. But that's not fun. Nobody likes that. You know why? Because it's boring. So, what you gotta do is you got to encase. Why? Because I don't know. Now, they're in a minecart, so we can transport them wherever they want, and all their cookies are getting clicked. So, to make it entertaining and not just a boring clicker game, we hook this path up, and using waterways, which we can do very easily by just kind of encasing, for example, like this, and then because lichen is like that, we hook this up then to some soul sand. And why, many of you might be asking? Well, we're gonna direct this water path somewhere, and for those of you who have played the original Cookie Clicker game, what do you see around the cookie falling? Most of you get that. All of you get that. And it's that cookies are falling, around you as you're clicking. So, we're just gonna direct this waterway, right? This super fast waterway. There. That was close. So, if we hook this up to blue ice, say hi, Pipeline. I'm just joking. Pipeline A, okay? So, with this system here, this is every time you click, you will get cookies. So, what's the fastest way to replenish it? Well, the easy way would just to run a hopper line back. But with the speeds we're going, I don't think that'll be fast enough. So, I, being the overcomplicated person that I am going to make in what is probably the world's dumbest system I have ever made. Like, it's pointless, but it will be amazing. So it's not pointless. It's for the coolness, because we're cool. So, we are going to have, down here, a crazy hopper minecart track that runs up here, delivers the cookies, and comes back. So every time, we just need to have this here, okay? This here, and that's about all we need, really, for this system. If we clear out our inventory and load it with hopper minecarts, because minecarts with items in it, or chests, or whatever they're called, are heavier, so they gain more momentum. So, let's just leave this going for a little bit. And this is amazing. Right? We get about as fast as we can go for the system will allow. So, now I'm so happy right now. To put it to the test, let's throw a stack of cookies on the floor. Right? This would never happen where it would stack up to this amount, but let's say it did. Okay, so that's there. Now, and this is exciting, when we run... This is exciting. When we run this system, they should pick up all the cookies. Right, they're going back. But the point is, they got them. Right, if we check this first hopper, which would for sure have some, it has all of them. So, our system works. Now, what we need to do is... So look, because this is actually really cool in my opinion. It goes up here, runs, kind of slows down as much as possible to get the maximum amount taken out. And then all we need to do is hook up a hopper line right here, preferably, let's say, out here, slightly more, boom. And then we hook this up, right? Right. So now, what we do is we send this, send them up, around, they get broken, and they'll get back in the system. And we need a constant firing of these. So, let me just fill it up real fast and I'll show you what it looks like. So, I know it's a little noisy, but look at this. It's about as good a rate as we can get. On average, I could maybe actually speed it up even more. Let's try that. So first, we'll shut it off. And now, this is gonna be crazy. Oh yeah! Can it keep up with this speed? It absolutely can. Oh, this is awesome. It's only on the floor for like a second. And it's all being replenished. But the question is, are we getting any cookies in the line? Because if we are, doesn't appear to. And we could make this even more efficient, but I think for now, that as a prototype, this is good. So let's shut the game off. In fact, what you'll probably see in the final version for this is actually going to be just a chest per one, and just hoppers on top and the minecarts going across. And if it's empty and there's room, then it'll fill up, and if not, then it'll keep on going, and we'll probably have an overflow chest just in case. Like catch-all, last resort. But yes, this is the basics for Cookie Clicker. Now we need to get into more specifics, and I am excited to do that, so let us... 3, 2, 1! So, you want to know a little more about Cookie Clicker? I know, right? So, in the base game, you have options. One is to click the cookie, right? One of the most important options out there. For example, me, I'm clicking the cookie right now. And that equates to giving you cookies. Yes, it does. Okay, so very good. You can buy upgrades to 1, change how many cookies you get per click. So it changes from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8. You see where I'm going? What is that dude outside? He's ruining my mood. Yeah, you. You. Nah. Yep. I hear you, bro. Enjoy this. That was very necessary. So, now that we're out of our room, because the dude ruined it. Also, did I tell you guys I'm so happy about this system? Because I am. Yeah, no cookies in the system. There is that wouldn't have ever happened in a real game scenario. Do I need to burn your face off too? Okay. Other than killing mobs. Yeah, come here. You're annoying, you know that? Anyway, so with this, you also get there's auto clickers that make like 0.1 cookies every second. Then there's grandmas who bake 1 cookie every second, and it gets crazier and crazier. So, what we want to do to keep the game both fun, entertaining, because kind of cookie clicker, it's fun until it just isn't, is first, let's just first start with implementing this system. So, how do you do that, you may ask? Well, it's simple, and it's not. You see, if we wanted to make it 2 cookies for every click, we need this piston to fire twice. How do you do that? Well, it gets a little complicated, and a little bit, I mean a lot, but that's besides the point. So, what we do is we just duplicate it on this side, right? We could, but that kind of gets dumb very fast and pointless. So, how do we fix this? I'll show you. Name broke, don't fix it. That's what you should always follow the motto of. So, great, now I have to fill this up. Let me do that. Okay. Okay, that's all done. I will tell you, I was like a kid on Christmas morning when I found out you could drag with the scroll wheel. And it would like fill the entire chest up. That made my life so much easier, and I'm so happy I found it. So look, these are all filled to the maximum amount. So now, theoretically, this is all the cookies we will ever need. So, let's turn the system on. Hope everything works. Go in our chair. Oh no, I forgot the overflow slot. Please have them. Oh no! Quick, shut down the system. Still though. Let's look. Filled, 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 filled! That worked amazing. Oh man, that is so nice. So, before you all yell at me, this is fine. If I take out this, it'll suck it up, maybe. But it's fine, it'll just get sucked up here. So, the maximum amount we had was 2. So, because of this, we're gonna do 4. Double our odds. Okay, that should be it. Doesn't look like any are jammed. So, full, 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 full. And this system, in fact, ooh, that would make it just easier in life. Ever. Like that. Why? Because it will suck up the items. And just like that, it will now never run out. That's amazing. But there's still a chance that they could go through. Yeah, well, I like my odds. I'll make it slightly better. Well, I'll figure it out. But anyway, I have some showing, yeah, I guess you could say, exciting stuff. This is a 2-parter episode, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in part 2 if you are interested. Goodbye.